Well, joining us now is Father Mike Russo, all the way from California, via Skype, where he leads the Sunday to Sunday team. Sunday to Sunday airs on Catholic TV. Father, thanks so much for being with us.
Well, good to be with you, Jay and Kevin. Good morning.
Well, let's just start with the obvious for our viewers at home. What is Sunday to Sunday?
Sunday to Sunday is a program about the art, craft, and the ministry of preaching.
And we're seeing some video right now of it, actually, Father, as we're talking. And there's a telling quote on the Sunday to Sunday website about preaching in Catholic liturgies. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, when I began working on this 3 years ago, one of the ideas I had was that we don't really examine the important role of preaching in everyday Catholic life. And that's for the priest, the deacon, and lay men and women who are catechists now in the church. And so we look at the witnesses of the gospel. So what I've attempted to do was to find those preachers who are really outstanding. And in and of itself, we provide an example to other Christians and to hopefully seminarians and all those in training and for various ministries to see examples of great preachers.
Now, Sunday to Sunday, as we mentioned, just recently launched on Catholic TV, but you've been producing it for a while and even winning an award as well. Can you tell us about that and how you put all the episodes together?
Well, again, I have a small team of people. I've been involved in television since I began as a priest almost 50 years ago. Wow. And I taught at St. Mary's College in California. And once I retired, if that's the word, I immediately realized what I wanted to do, is namely get back to producing something that of value to the church and, quite frankly, of value to me. I have been so impressed by the preachers I've met over the past 3 years. And I should say that I started this by doing some trips around the country, including coming to Boston and talking to Bishop Reed. So he was among the very first people I spoke with about the project. And if I told him 3 years ago that we would go from the beginnings of a nonprofit production company and win an Emmy in 3 years, that's quite remarkable, even in my own mind. He might have thought of me delusional if I told him that 3 years ago. But that was never the intent. And the intent was primarily to identify great preachers around the country.
Why do you think, Father, it's so important that you do that you bring these great preachers into the homes of so many people?
Well, each of these programs are case studies unto themselves. And my idea is that in long term, once we have a significant number of these programs, it'll become a visual textbook for those studying preaching, but also witnessing to the larger Catholic community and to Christians, who have an opportunity to hear quality preaching. A good many years ago, I happened to notice there was a Library of America volume on great American preachers, starting, with the colonial period going into basically the 1960s. The shocking thing was, of the maybe 400 or so great preachers, there were only 2 Catholics in the entire volume. And I'm going to challenge you on who those 2 great preachers are. Who do you think made the book?
Fulton Sheen?
You got the right one. Okay, and the second one is a little bit more obscure. Can you figure out the second one?
Kevin, I got the first.
I'm not sure.
Kevin, it's up to you.
Father Peyton, maybe?
Well, you're close, sir. I'll say this much. This priest has an S.J. at the end of his name.
Oh, Jesuit.
You're even getting hints on yours.
So if this were the Jeopardy question for tonight, the jackpot question, the answer is John Courtney Murray, S.J., who was a very influential writer during the 1950s. But the reality is the larger American culture does not look to Catholic preachers in terms of, forwarding a particular kind of sermon or preaching. We know there are great Catholic preachers My job is to identify them. And the program is loosely based on Inside the Actor's Studio. So in a way, we try to not only find out what preaching is about, but also see an example of their preaching style.
I have to tell you, Father, not many people give us quizzes, so this is a first for us. And we got a 50, so it's not too good.
Not too well. In my class, that would be pretty good.
Well, you know, we just saw some of the footage from the series. It is absolutely beautiful. The video is great. The shots are wonderful. What is it like to lead a technical and creative team?
Well, first of all, you have to realize all of the people that I'm working with, by and large, are former students of mine. So they're not yet 30 years of age, right? And I'm significantly older than they are. I'm learning from them every day. And also, I have great coaches. I mean, my former students are both Emmy and Academy Award winners. They've helped by coaching me. I worked for CBS News for a good chunk of time. So I have some former CBS News producers who have given me a lot of coaching. So I've been a very lucky man.
Well, you've done a great job, and we appreciate that we're able to show it here on Catholic TV. Where can people learn more about your work, Father?
Well, simply go to our website, sundaytosunday.net. It's all there, and it tells you a little bit about my own background, but more importantly, I'm just proud as punch that my young crew at their age are Emmy Award winners. That's pretty important for them.
Yeah, it's a great honor. Next time you're in Boston, you'll have to visit us again.
Well, without a doubt. And again, I'm very grateful to Bishop Reed for encouraging me early on. And like so many small efforts early on, you really do appreciate that connection. You're doing a fantastic job. We all know that the COVID-19 issue has touched every person in this country, and particularly our churches. We talked a little earlier, you talked a little earlier about the teachers. Well, the teachers, the various people who are so much part of the Catholic ministry have worked very hard to try to at least address some of the spiritual needs of individuals during this very difficult time, not the least of which the people who are in hospitals and are suffering from that dreadful illness.
Well, again, Father, thank you. And I would be remiss if I did not say we have a mutual friend who's a wonderful guy, Father Russo, who I hope is watching the show right now.
Well, he's a great dear friend, and I hold so many priests in Boston, particularly in great respect, and look forward to coming to see you at some point.
Very good. Father, have a great day. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much, Jay.